Namaste, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Coming live here a little bit early. I wanted to make sure that everything worked and everyone can hear me and things like that before beginning. So here we are. Can you hear me? Loud and clear. Yes, so good. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, thank you. Good. Perfect. All right, I might adjust things just a tiny bit before we start, so hang in there. Let's get a little bit of height. Now I can see clearly. Tommy is coming and he's going to be sharing also, so those of you who don't know the mantra will be able to. Okay, so let's see. First of all, let's get Jessica, I think you might have had a PDF of the mantra. How long will this last? It'll last about 45 minutes, I would say. Like the good full time, maybe an hour, but 45 minutes to an hour, good full time to really be in the eclipse energy and deep and grounded. It's kind of interesting, actually, that many in the yoga tradition would say don't be out underneath a solar eclipse. So here we are going to be in the inner realms during. So that's a good thing. So, oh, perfect. There we go. There's the mantra. Tryambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urva rukamiva bandhanam Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. And the Jessica who's helping here today, thank you. She says the mantra is also written in the description of the video for anyone who wants to follow along. So if you're here already, just make sure you have somehow the Mahā Mrityunjaya mantra in front of you, and you can Google it if you want to get it in another way as well, or just copy and paste from the chat bar here. And then we'll start in just a couple of minutes. Yes, and as Jessica's saying, a replay will be available. So I'm chirping a little bit because the camera that I'm using through YouTube here isn't flipping the image, so everything feels a little bit wonky. It's strange for me. That's where. There we go. I think that's fine. Okay. Yeah. All right, you guys. So let's just close our eyes for a moment and come present. 2 minutes. And we'll just wait while everybody else joins us. But close your eyes, ground through your sit bones. And let yourself become receptive to the pulse of creation within you. We're earth beings, so ground yourself. Feel the density, if you like, the matrix of the earth. Ground yourself. Spend some time feeling the grounding energy, a grounding cord. And as you do that, just surrendering any busyness of your mind and letting yourself come present for this experience. There's a ripening here happening through each and every one of us. There's an emergent consciousness that as we still the mind, this emergent consciousness starts to rise from within. It becomes more available. So open yourself to the presence of this all-knowing, intelligent force within you. And bring your attention slowly from the root of your body up through your pelvis. And just feel for a moment your root and your pelvis. Taking a couple of deep breaths there. And bring your attention up. So root, pelvis, and navel, feeling this whole foundational energy. Root, pelvis, and navel. And take a couple of deep breaths here. And bring your attention now from root, pelvis, navel, and start to feel it merging in towards your heart center. And as we reach the heart center, begin to open yourself energetically out, sensing all those present here from all different locations in the world. We are not alone. Not only are we together right now, in this moment, attuning, we're also held by this great unseen force of life. And bring your attention up to your throat. And sense for a moment, tune for a moment to your heart energy informing your throat. A clearing, an opening as we're going to chant this ancient mantra for healing of physical, emotional, mental bodies. And feel how the heart energy naturally informs the throat. There's a rising, supported by the root, the sacrum, and the navel. And then bring your attention slowly up to the center of the brain between your ears, the back of the head, and slightly in front of your forehead. Eyes lock, as though drawing to the place just in front of the center of your forehead. And yet still, eyes still have a relaxed quality to them. And let's invoke here the Mahā Mrityunjaya. You can keep your eyes closed for now. I'm just going to talk through it. But within your being, invoking the space of the seer of the Mahā Mrityunjaya, the one who spoke first, the Mahā Mrityunjaya Mantra. It came as an invocation to the three-eyed one, Shiva, the quality of pure consciousness, that pure consciousness within, as an invocation to this knower within, the one who sees all, the one who knows all. The invocation to the Sugandhim, the spiritual essence within, and the pushti, the space of nourishment within, to increase the spiritual essence, the deep nourishment to increase so much it starts to break free all of the ways that we're caught in our limited thinking, breaking the bandhanam, the bondage, so that just like an Urva rukamiva, like a cucumber ripening on a vine, we can suddenly release and be free from the bondage of all that has created and creates suffering. We ask then, Mrityor maamritat. So we ask then to be liberated from that which holds us in bondage. Good. Let's start here with a breath to balance the autonomic nervous system, and then we'll go into the repetitions of the mantra. So you'll take your right hand and you'll take 8 strokes in through the left nostril, 8 out through the right nostril. So you're breaking an inhale into 8 parts in, 8 parts out, and then in right, out left, in through both nostrils, and then 8 strokes out through the mouth. What that means is you split your mouth exhale into 8 parts. You let a bit of breath out, you let a bit more, you let a bit more, you let a bit more, until it's all out. Okay? So 8 in, 8 out, 8 in, 8 out, 8 in both, and then 8 out through the mouth. Okay, I'm going to guide you through, so don't worry if that all felt like a lot. But this is a wonderful way to prepare yourself to be in such a connected, elevated state as you chant the mantra that you become the mantra. And even if you're learning it, so you're just listening to it or humming it, it's reverberating through you. And this intention of connecting to the deep quality of spiritual essence, of nourishment of our spiritual essence that allows us to free ourselves from bondage. It's known as the deathless mantra, the mantra that aligns us with the deathless state. Okay, so here we go. Inhaling through your left nostril first. Use your right thumb. Block your right nostril. Inhale left. Pause. Exhale right. Use your right ring finger to block your left nostril. Pause. Inhale right. Pause. Exhale left. Pause. Inhale both nostrils. Pause. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale left. Hold. Exhale right. Pause. In right. Out left. In both. Out mouth. In left. Out right. In right. Out left. In both. Out mouth. In left. Out right. In right. Out left. In both. Out mouth. In left. Out right. In right. Out left. In both. Out mouth. Inhale deeply. Pause. And exhale. Just sit for a moment, tune in. Tune into this evolutionary pulse within you. This opportunity we have to tune in with this ancient sound current as a method to attune ourselves to a subtler state of consciousness, more receptive, connected to source, opening to the deep nourishment of our spiritual essence, source energy. That nourishment, that glow that starts to permeate out through every single cell of our being. That nourishment that gently starts to move out the old stagnant mental, emotional, physical energies. And what it begins to birth in its place is this nourishing glow of energy, healing, new possibility, growth, a natural expansion of consciousness. So we will begin here. I'll chant the mantra. Tommy will repeat as you repeat with him. And we're going to do a few rounds like that before we dive into the full 108. So you get the feel of the mantra for those of you who are newer to it. So Om, the beginning, representing the acknowledgement of all that is created, all that is sustained, and all that once again dissolves to be created again. Om, the sound from which all other sounds manifest, the first sound. So the mantras begin with that acknowledgement. Om. Om tryambakam, the three-eyed one. Tryambakam. Yajamahe. We give reverence to, we acknowledge, we call upon that three-eyed one, the Shiva, the pure consciousness within. So we'll begin there. Om tryambakam.
Om tryambakam.
Yajamahe.
Yajamahe.
Sugandhim.
Sugandhim.
There's an H after the D, so it's a Sugandhim.
Sugandhim.
Nice. Sugandhim means that spiritual, that fragrance that permeates all. Sugandhim pushti is nourishment. Pushti.
Pushti.
Vardhanam.
Vardhanam.
Great. Vardhanam.
Vardhanam.
That's the increasing energy of the nourishment, this spiritual fragrance, if you like. Urva, make a U with your mouth. Urva.
Urva.
Rukamiva.
Rukamiva.
Bandhanan.
Bandhanan.
Urva is the cucumber. Rukamiva. Bandhanan is the bondage that we're wanting release from. The R is like the Spanish R. Mrityor.
Mrityor.
Mukshiya.
Mukshiya.
Maamritat.
Maamritat.
Mrityor.
Mrityor.
Mukshiya.
Mukshiya.
Maamritat.
Maamritat.
Ah, beautiful. All right, so we'll chant call and response a few rounds, and then we'll dive into the full 108. Om tryambakam yajamahe.
Om tryambakam yajamahe.
Sugandhim.
Sugandhim.
Pushti.
Pushti.
Vardhanam.
Vardhanam.
Urva.
Urva.
Rukamiva.
Rukamiva.
Bandhanan.
Bandhana.
Mrityor
Mrityor
mukshiya
mukshiya
maamritat.
maamritat.
Om tryambakam yajamahe
Om tryambakam yajamahe.
Sugandhim pushti
Sugandhim pushti
vardhanam
vardhanam.
Urva rukamiva
Urva rukamiva
bandhanam
bandhanam.
Mrityor
Mrityor
mukshiya maamritat.
mukshiya maamritat.
Om tryambakam yajamahe
Om tryambakam yajamahe.
Sugandhim pushti vardhanam
Sugandhim pushti vardhanam.
Urva rukamiva bandhanan
Urva rukamiva bandhanam.
Mrityor mukshiya maamritat.
Mrityor mukshiya maamritat.
All right, so let's dive into the 108 rounds. Eyes will close, roll to the third eye. Chant and let the sound resonate through your heart center. You're in Shambhavi mudra, so the eyes are rolled to the third eye, just gently. You're harnessing the concentrating power of the mind with the drishti, with that focal point. But let the sound resonate through your heart center. Okay, and then just if you're newer to it, just keep rolling with the sound, and it'll start to come through you. Okay. Yeah, we'll go together now. Just checking to make sure there's no immediate questions there. Hi, you guys. So lovely to see you all. Japan, England, all kinds of places. Santa Fe, Puerto Rico. Yes. All right, you guys. So now, the impact of every one mantra is said to be exponentially more powerful. So one mantra is like 1,000, 10,000 mantras. There's different numbers given, but just know that 108 rounds here is a lot. The impact of it is a lot more. So we're imprinting the sound current in the subconscious mind as a support, as something that keeps nourishing us from the inside out. And if you continue this practice on of 108 rounds or 54 rounds for the next 40 days, it will take it that much deeper. All right, so let's begin. Om tryambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urva rukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om tryambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urva rukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om tryambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urva rukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om tryambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urva rukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om tryambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urva rukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om tryambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urva rukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urva rukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urva rukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urdvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Last one. Om Trayambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urdvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And take a moment here. Stay tuned in to the subtle presence of energy you generated through the chanting. And take a moment to tune into a prayer for healing, a prayer for all beings, to connect to the source of love within, to open to the deep nourishment from within. A prayer for all beings to be alleviated from suffering, pain, and for this emergent consciousness, this source of all knowing intelligence, to permeate every single cell of our body until we are just that, pure being. Sense this community of beings, like we're all reaching out to each other through the subtle field of life, the unified field of consciousness. And we're connecting like light bulbs connecting on a grid. Feel the strength of our unity, of our collective presence. Attuning ourselves as vehicles for this nourishing energy to flow through us, as us, and infuse the field all around us. Hold for just 2 more minutes here. I'd like you to tune into this field of consciousness. Beyond the level of thought, tuning into the feeling of consciousness permeating you, the space around you, and permeating out to all those connected here and beyond. One mind, one heart. And then as you're ready, feel free to open your eyes. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thanks, Tommy, for joining. And let's stay in the meditative space through the rest of the day. Keep the mantra running on the sort of internal, tape. Let it keep running. Let it keep pulsing through you. Because any practice done on this day will continue to amplify. So meditate again and again if you feel it on this day, and stay tuned. And as you're tuning, really feeling into that which you are calling in on the deepest level. Oh, thank you from Ontario, Sasha, Michelle Lepore, so good, Jess from Sarasota, so good to see you, Melissa, Annette, yay, Leah Marie, Rasmita, Virginie, so lovely to see you, Brenda, Susie, oh, so many of you, beautiful.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure, please.
Love you so much.
So good, you guys. So good. Blessings, blessings. Oh, there's a Tommy, we love you from Elizabeth. Betsy, Linda, love from Thailand. I love that. Sheila, Vancouver Island. You guys, it's so beautiful to be a global community. Gigi love from Salt Lake City. So good to see you and Peter here. Oh, Deborah. Aisling, so lovely to see you here. And Gabrielle and Martha. Wow, Jacqueline, so good to see you too. Megan. Ah. Thank you guys for being such a vibrant community. What a blessing this is. Yes. As you're here, before you leave, let's just tune in again to this great field of love. We can really, it's like bubbling through the screen, bubbling through my energy field, just sensing this radiant presence that we are, that we're committed to. Wow. Waheguru. Thank you, Shanto. Thank you, Katya from London. Ah, so many blessings. I'm just going to be here for a moment and just love you, because that's what I can do right now. Can we share that?
Oh, yes.
Good. We can just be here and love you for a minute.
Oh, yes.
Because it's the love that unites us after all. It's the love that fuels us
Heals us.
and heals us.
It's heartwarming.
Danielle Johnson, oh my goodness, so good to see you. Big love to Chris.
Wow.
Waheguru, Ariel.
Daniel Avila Johnson.
Yes, Linda. Oh.
Hi, Chris, wherever you are, brother.
So you guys, we have a new sadhana in the Radiant Body Yoga community that is a warm-up into 54 rounds of the Mahamrtyunjaya. So you can either come back to this video on YouTube and do the 108, or you can join us in the community and do this 45-minute daily practice, which is like a full body activation and then 54 rounds of the mantra. We'll put a link under the video, or Jessica will pop a link into the chat here for you guys. And if you want to find the community and can't, just reach out to team@kiamiller.com and we'll send you a link, and you can join us there. It's so good. This is also the beginning of Navaratri for Durga, for the Divine Mother. So this next 10 days is a very auspicious time to really dive even more deeply into practice than you maybe ever have before, and keep feeling and tuning to the pulse, the pulse of creation within you. Tune to that and let it keep growing and expressing and emerging through you in ever more creative and loving ways. So it's a good thing to be starting today on a 10-day deep dive into practice, and then that will serve you through the rest of the spring. And for those of you who want an even deeper dive, come join me the 18th through the 28th for my Kriya module, and we'll be going into very full and rich study of what Kriya is, how to use Kriyas, and the philosophy behind it, practice behind it, different kinds of Kriyas, all that good stuff. So come join us for that too. So lots going on, and please keep your hearts and minds open, especially your eyes, to see the upcoming Life Beyond Addiction conference that Tommy is doing, interviewing about 30 experts in the field of consciousness and addiction, and the conversations are extraordinary. I've heard a bunch of them already, and so that's going to be pretty great.
Thank you, love.
Oh, hi, Maria from Tenerife. Beautiful. All right. Wow, Waheguru, you guys. Love you, love you, love you. Om. Tryambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urva rukamiva bandhanam Mrityor mukshiya maamritat. Giving thanks to the sages and the seers, the rishis of the yoga tradition, who've left us these footprints of consciousness to follow, who have really empowered us with the understanding of what it means to live as a conscious being in this world, who left us the yamas and the niyamas and the ideas behind conscious community and staying in relevant connection with each other. So much gratitude for that. And we will see you guys again soon. Big love, big love.